In this tutorial, I'll show you how to use Blender's grid fill. I'll post a link to this tutorial's starting blend file in the description below. Let's take a look at this mesh. This mesh was rotated in the middle. Let's see how we can make this using the grid fill feature. Let's create a plane and duplicate it using Shift-D. We need to duplicate one more and put in the middle. Let's rotate it from the top viewport like this, and scale it. The first rule of grid filling is joining all required meshes together with Ctrl+J. Second, we need to connect the verts like this. If we keep this face in the middle, the subdivision will generate mesh distortion issues. I'll show you what happens when we don't remove such faces or edges. Let's grid fill by selecting two edges like this and pressing Ctrl+F and G. We can remove this top face. The face is still there. Let's remove it. Let's take a look at the second example. This mesh was already subdivided and the modifier was applied, so we don't know how it was created. We need to improvise and come up with a grid fill solution by starting with a vertex. In order to create a good vertex, we need to create a plane and tab to go to edit mode. In edit mode, we need to press Alt-M to merge at the center. We can extrude the vert and select both ends of the vertices. Then we can press right-click and S to subdivide. We can then change the number of cuts in order to create a controlled number of verts required for the mesh creation. Let's bring thid vertex up in order to match the reference mesh's shape. If we don't connect the dots, the grid fill won't work. Also, if we have stacked vertices, the grid fill won't work either. Let's try connecting these dots with F. As you can see, it won't work. This could be the reason why the grid fill method may not be the most popular modeling method to use. It's a bit complicated to make it work, but if you can understand how it works, you can build a space shuttle just by using the grid fill. Grid fill may be the most powerful feature, because we can create extremely complex shaped meshes by utilizing the subsurf modifier with this. If we connect all the dots like this, then the grid fill should work, right? Wrong. We must remove all stacked vertices by going to Mesh, Clean Up, Merge by Distance. You'll see the doubles being removed. Only after that, the grid fill will work. But, what's going on here? What are these extra edges? These extra edges were not required. Build this shape with grid fill. Grid fill will ignore extra edges and we must remove them manually. Alt-select and remove them. We can customize this shape by moving or rotating verts, edges or faces. Let's duplicate this shape by counting how many verts were placed on each edge. One of the most important rules to follow while using the grid fill feature is having an equal number of verts from the opposite side. For example, the up and down edges can have 5 verts each and the right-left edges can have 7 verts each. If up has 5 verts and down has 3 verts, then grid fill will generate a tris mesh that can't be useful while subdividing. In order to keep everything clean with quads, we must have matching number of verts. I'll show that example with this mesh. If we have 5 cuts, then we'll have 7 verts on this edge. As you can see, we didn't have to connect all the dots in the middle. Grid fill automatically does that for us. So again, what's going on here? After subdividing, we found out there were stacked verts below our original mesh. We must remove them in order to avoid the mesh distortion issues. Again, how do we remove them? Merge by distance. I must have subdivided this edge and pushed them in. Let's try that. Now the last example. This model represents the power of grid fill. See how this smooth mesh was created with such a low number of vertices? Let's recreate this. Let's create this hexagon. We can select all verts and go to Select and checker Deselect. Let's scale the selected verts down. We have a distortion issue in the middle. Let's remove the extra edges. This is the end of the grid fill feature tutorial. Please like and subscribe if you have enjoyed watching this tutorial. Thank you for watching.